Okay, on to the next Skip the Line reaction over here. And we've got another one by André Antunes, Oscars 2022. I can already see here there's Will Smith. He's going to just play guitar over that entire little story that happened in the 22 Oscars. Right, this is Skip the Line reaction from Raj. The message over here is full. This request is not to disrespect the actor or his fans. It's just to value the music that Andre made. No, why would you even have? You wouldn't even need to sort of justify that over there. This was a ridiculous moment in the public eye. And hey, if people make fun of it, they have all the right to make fun of it. And if those who are sensitive about it, well, they can be sensitive about it. That's the way it is. Do you know what I mean? That's what you get when you are a public figure and you go and you do stupid shit on stage as a public figure. You get shellacked. It's the way it is. You know what I mean? So look, speaking of Will Smith, I love the man. I think he's actually one of my favorite actors. I love him. He's one of my absolute all-time favorite actors. I love all of his music. Two things can be true at once. You can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. You can say that the guy is an incredible guy. He's very inspirational, brilliant actor. Absolutely, for me, his career has been incredibly pristine. And this over here tainted his character a little bit, but it takes nothing away from who he is. It takes nothing away from what he's done. You know what I mean? We don't need to throw the man into the fucking rubbish bag because he had one moment of weakness, right? And people make mistakes, man. People make mistakes, and this is one mistake of his. And unfortunately, as a celebrity, people are gonna make fun of you. If you don't want to be in the public eye, then you know, if you don't like these sort of things, then don't be in the public eye. That's the way it is. People need to stop taking so much offense to bullshit. Let's rock and roll, man. Oscars 2022 musical.
I'm being called on in my life to love people and to protect people.
Look, he was going through some stuff. I mean, I must be honest. I mean, the fact that he actually went after that, he was allowed to go and do a speech and collect an Oscar. After that was a joke. That's a big fail by the actual Oscar institution over there. Big fail. Like, this was a big I'm the victim moment. And I was like, listen, buddy, you literally walked onto stage and you hit somebody because you couldn't control your emotions, right? And then you go there and you still act as the victim. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Okay, he was going through his own things, but this was a sad moment for him. I was very disappointed by that. He should have literally just gotten up in there saying, I had a lapse in judgment. I apologize. At this moment, I have nothing to say. I'm not accepting this award on stage. It can be given to me behind the scenes and things like that, but you know, I'll be leaving now. Done. Or not even say any of that and just leave, right? That would be the manly thing to do. But for him to actually go there and for the whole of Hollywood to actually stand up, right, and then adulate him right after that, right, was such disrespect to Chris Rock. Such disrespect. It just shows that absolutely nobody in that room had a fucking spine. But it is Hollywood. I mean, who has a spine in that fucking place?
To love people and to protect people and to be a river to my people. Now I know to do what we do, you gotta be able to take abuse, you gotta be able to have people talk crazy about you.
Yes, then don't do it. That is fame, my man. That is part of being famous. That's part of being in the limelight. You're going to take the abuse. If you can't handle it, get out of the kitchen. Again, I don't think that he can't handle it. I just think he'll lapse in judgment. Everyone's got their limits to a certain degree, right? It was just that came out at the wrong time, right?
Abuse, you got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you.
Yes.
And you gotta smile and you gotta pretend like that's okay.
Yes.
Jada, I love
that's
you.
Correct.
Yeah, Jane too. Can't wait to see it. Alright?
And he's a fucking comedian. I mean, Will Smith should actually appreciate the artistry. It's a comedian. They make jokes, they roast people. Will Smith's a comedian himself. He's a comedian, he's a rapper, he's an actor, he's phenomenal. He's one of the fucking greatest. He remains one of my favorite artists. Him and Kevin Spacey remain my favorite, like, artists, actors of all time. I absolutely love them. Do you know what I mean? But you can't sit there and be like, okay, either you sit and defend him because you just love him and you're on that side and nothing he does is wrong, where you actually saw people defending this. It's like, what are you people are crazy. Do you know what I mean? And then sitting on the other side where it says, no, the whole man's character gets thrown down the dustbin because he did something wrong. Know what I mean? You can literally just say, listen, he did something, he went and said what he did shouldn't have been done, it should have been called out, he should have been completely shellacked for it, and then you let it go, right? That's the kind of world we used to live in. Now it's like everyone's actions you need to be fucking pegged to a cross for every action of yours. He doesn't need to be pegged to a cross, we don't need to crucify the man, but we can say that what he did was fucking wrong. Do you know what I mean?
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him.
And Chris Rock literally just ate that and was fine with it. Like he ate that like a man. You know what I mean? Such a weak moment for Will Smith over there. Really, really, really. Such a weak moment over there. I wish he had never done that because like I don't really want him to be mocked for something like that. Right? He should be able to control his emotions. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't do that. Like it would have been so much more elegant and classy if he had immediately started to strategize in terms of how to get back at Chris Rock with his words when accepting the Oscar. Do you know what I mean? And actually to elegantly cut Chris Rock down for what he said and then sort of pass it off as slapstick. Do you know what I mean? It would have made Chris Rock look pathetic. Do you know what I mean? But to do that, you just gave all credence to Chris Rock. You lost all reason. You lost your entire argument. Game over. Do you know what I mean? Chris Rock is in the win immediately.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him. Out your fucking mouth. Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Rock and roll.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Such a ridiculous moment.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Rock and roll, okay.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to.
I'm loving the guitar on this one over here though, because it's like literally amplifying all of it. It's very cool though. I prefer this one to the last one. So,
Rock and roll, okay.
Hey.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Oh, wow. Wow.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Oh, wow. Wow.
Ridiculous moment over there, indeed. It was most certainly a ridiculous moment. Such a sad moment for Will Smith. But you know what? He did come out, apologize. It took a little bit for him to come out and apologize. He still had to play the whole victimhood for a couple of weeks until he eventually realized, listen, stop playing the fucking victim and just apologize. You know what I mean? You're by no means the fucking victim. You're a multi-millionaire, super famous fucking person that everybody adores around the world, and then you do something wrong and you act like a victim? Come on, grow up, be a fucking man. Anyway, that was fun. I like that. I actually preferred this one to the last one. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!